Brought to you by Beiburēdo, your source for local and international Beyblade information, media, and anime. Visit today. Hey everyone, Young Kongad here from Beiburēdo. Today we're going to be doing a video game review as a holiday special for you Beyblade fans out there. We're going to be reviewing Beyblade G Revolution for the Game Boy Advance. So let's start out with the story. The game begins with Tyson's weird grandpa waking him up, telling him it's time to train. Once you get out of bed and find Grandpa, he eventually tells you about a dragon in the family sword. Wait a second. When did that happen in G Revolution? Didn't that happen in Beyblade 2000? Anyways, you'll find a lot of strange parts of the story in this game that had nothing to do with G Revolution. Like later on when you must defeat a bunch of bullies in an alley because they're stealing other kids' Bit Beast. Wait a second again. Didn't Carlos also do that in Beyblade 2000? And there were never gangster kids that Tyson had to defeat in G Revolution. You'll also find that most annoying part of the game is seeing Michael with the Beyblade Ultimate Frostic Dronzer and Kenny with Dracio. Wow, sorry. Why couldn't they have taken a little more time to do research and make them have the correct Beyblades? Like I said, there will be plenty of parts of this game that you might find really random. Later on though, the story starts to sound more like the anime, when you finally get into the World Championship, and eventually you must also finally fight Kai. The story is okay, but it's not fantastic. The graphics in the game are surprisingly actually pretty good. They're comparable to the Pokemon Advance graphics, and much of the time you'll feel as if you're playing some different version of Pokemon. So the graphics overall are pretty good. So, the gameplay is always the most important part of any game, and battling in this game is what people buy this game for anyways. So, the gameplay consists of attacking, defending, combos, Bit Beast attacks, and using the engine gear. Attack and defend are similar that they have three levels of, I guess you could say, just like three levels of attack and defending. There's the blue level, which is the lowest level, the green level, which is the medium level, then the orange level, which is the highest level, which would also be the most powerful. If you have a successful hit or defend, you can then pull a combo with the D-pad of either weak, medium, or strong. It doesn't really make any sense though to have a medium and weak and strong, because it would make sense just to use strong all the time, since it's just as easy to use weak and they're useless against your attack when you pull a combo, so you might as well just pull a strong attack every single time. Now there are three different levels you can also release your Bit Beast, depending on how your gauge, which is by your character's face or whatever, fills up. There's three levels to it, and the more filled up it is, the more powerful it's going to be. Now in order to unleash it, you just press L and R. Now, unfortunately, almost all the Bit Beast releases look exactly the same, and it becomes really repetitive after a while, as does the fighting anyways. But even still, it's okay how the fighting was made. You can't really make it that much better, especially even if it's on the Game Boy Advance. Doesn't matter what system it's on, you can't really improve that much on it, even though I like to see them figure out some things. Oh yeah, forgot about something. The engine gear is extremely annoying because I almost can't do it anytime. You have to hold A and B at the same time. Well, you actually have to press them exactly at the same time, and I almost can never do this. And of course you have to have an engine gear in your Beyblade to do it too. Now, if you win a match, you get a Beyblade, you get the Beyblade of the opponent, you get some experience points, and you get some credits to buy parts at Max's dad's Beyblade shop. The more you battle, the stronger you get. So you'll be able to have an RPM of like 9,000 later on if you're really good, or 10,000. That's only if you're really good though and your endurance is high. So along those lines, you can also customize your Beyblade in this game. This is probably the most important aspect besides just fighting in the game. You really need to customize your Beyblade because later on you're going to fight guys with a lot better Beyblades than you had before. It's going to affect your attack, your endurance, and it's going to affect your defense. Depending on how you customize your Beyblade, you can have a very strong attack, a very strong endurance, very strong defense, whatever you want. But the nice thing about this is if your attack is stronger or better than the other person's, every single time you guys attack with the same amount of power, you're always going to win. So it's almost like, okay, if you have a better attack or you have a better defense, then you're going to win in a battle of the same amount of power. If I'm making sense, when someone attacks you or they're defending with the same amount of power, like you attack someone with blue and they attack you with blue, you're going to win because you have the higher amount of stars and statistics. So it works out okay, and I actually like the customization in this game, even though they're, of course, in real life, when you compare it to the customizations in this game, they're not really realistic. But it's kind of cool because then when you start in the beginning, when you can do 25 damage with an attack, eventually you'll be able to do 150 damage. So I've been babbling about a lot of stuff, and I think that overall the game is okay. For an average gamer, they may not really find much with this game, and therefore you don't have to really worry about buying it right now. If you're a fan of Beyblade, I would definitely check it out. The game is pretty fun to trail back into the anime and lift up your Beyblading spirit. This is the Uncone God here from BeiUK.com. We give this a 7.0. Thanks for watching, guys. But yeah, everyone, remember, happy holidays, take it easy, relax. Merry Christmas from BeiUK.